Hello, I'm Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader. And the next sign we're going to approach is the sign of Aries for the month of July 2021. As you can see here, the first card here on the left is the Tower. That's how it started. The Tower is restrictions, borders, ambition, the course of life. And the last card here is hopes, aspirations, wishes, dreams, things that are fulfilled. So the end card is a very good card here. So we're going to do things line by line, and then we're going to interpret them in context. So here we have the Tower, we have the birds, and then here we have the book. So I would say if this is related to communication with certain parties or certain partners, I would say there's a restriction in the communication. It's like all parties know exactly when to stop communicate and how to communicate. It's like they learned the lessons before and they don't want to cross the borders anymore about communications. In another interpretation is if you're learning something, if you're involved in some learning, the things that you learn have a certain structure. It can also mean a home study because the birds are the nest. So it's possible that you teach yourself a study. There's a lot of structure. You keep to a certain pattern, but it's like a home study. You keep a structure. You start at the same time. You do the same things. You learn progressively. Then the next line that we have here is the bear, the whip, and the anchor. The whip is not an easy card. It's a strong card. It's a card about punishment. We suffer. We need to endure pain, not necessarily physically, but we endure some pain. It's possible if we are in a relationship with a boss or with a manager that this, or with a partner, that this causes us pain. It's like we cannot get out of certain restrictions. Certain rules are put upon, and these rules and these regulations make us suffer. It's like we don't have full control or full access over our situation. And next to the whip here, you see the anchor. And the anchor is, it means that maybe the suffering, it's like the suffering is gonna stay for a while, because the anchor is chained. So it's like this whole situation of suffering is gonna go on for a while. But as we saw here, the last card is very positive. So eventually this will get us somewhere, or you, this will get you, Aries, somewhere else. After this period of suffering and learning, you will move on. And maybe you will move on to something totally different that is new for you. Then we have the last line. The last line here, we have the ring, we have the rider, and we have the stars. The ring is like an agreement. It can be a marriage contract. It can be an arrangement that we have, a promise we had, a relationship we had, a contract that we had, because the ring is returning. So it's possible if we had a contract before, if we had an arrangement before, if we have a relationship before, that this communication in this relationship or in this contract is returning. It's like the contract is returning or the contact is returning. This return, it gives you hope. It gives you inspiration. It gives you the hope that the suffering here, it will end. So I think this communication for about with this old contracts, and that these contracts coming back, or that these contacts or these arrangements or these promises come back, that they are renewed, and it's important that they come back to you. And they will come back to you with the stars, because the stars is yes. Then we have here the Tower, the Bear, and the Ring. These two cards, this is like management. This is the boss, this is the manager, and this is the contract, your employee contract. It could mean like there's a lot of management going on. And there's an agreement on that management. So maybe this management or this agreement is what causing you the pain, or what is causing you the suffering. So maybe there is too much, because the Bear expand things. So maybe there is over management here, and there is over structured. And as we saw here in the upper card, maybe that's why there's a limitation in the communication with a boss or with a responsible figure. In the second line here, we see the birds, the whip, and then we see another communication card or a moving card. It's the rider. So here it is. It's like you learn some certain things, and because of your knowledge, you suffer. You have certain knowledge, and maybe because of the book, you are unwilling to share everything. You know secrets because you're studying, you're learning, you see secrets, and you're unable to share these secrets with everybody, or with some. It's like you need to see select people out for sharing these secrets with. But eventually, this suffering will bring you on the road. It will make you move. It's like, because these are two cards of action. The rider rides, he's a messenger, he brings energy, and this is also an energetic card. So this is like the knowledge, the intuitively knowledge that you are learning now will bring you on the move. It will make you roll. Now it causes you pain, but later it will bring you, it makes you roll, it makes you move. Here then the last line, we have the book, the anchor, and the stars. So coming back here, the book is secrets, things that we study, knowledge that we possess. It can also mean something that is written. So we going out here from the fact that it might be a study that you're doing. So, and if you're very anchored to this study, you're very focused on it. We already saw that the structure is here, and you want to hold on to this study. So it means this can go on for a while, because the anchor is a slow card. So I'm thinking here, maybe this is a long-term study. It could be a study that is related to astronomy, astrology, things that are not common. It can also, like for instance, it can also be like card laying, like we do here, the analyze we do here. It could be professions in that, like more esoteric professions, like things that are not really grounded, not so common. But as I said, it can also be astronomy, astrophysics, things like that could also be said. It could be that you are in a long-term study for astrophysics. Then here we have the tower, we have the whip, and the stars. Here, as I said, this is borders. And because there are certain borders that cannot be crossed, there is pain. But this pain also stimulates, or the suffering also, it makes us like it's cleaning up. It's cleaning up our structure, and it makes us move on. It's like the structure that we have, we brush it up. we move. It's like we are cleaning up the brass that we have, the stars and the stripes that are on our shoulders. We clean them up because we want more stars. It's like we want to move ahead. We are suffering, but we want to move on. We want more stars. We want to move ahead. Then here we have the book, the whip, and the ring. So as we saw earlier, there's a lot of energy put in a study, in a secret. Maybe we put energy in keeping a certain secret. Maybe we don't want to share everything. Maybe people sometimes want to extract things from us. Maybe our boss, our manager, they want to extract information from us. But I think we are unwilling to share it. We are stubborn about it. We don't want to share all the information that we have. We want to keep us for ourselves because maybe we are focused on another target in the future, another objective. So if these people try to extract the information that we possess, maybe we are unwilling to do so. Maybe we are unwilling to give the information because we already made, it's like we made an agreement with ourselves. We made the agreement with ourselves for moving on in another direction. That's what I'm thinking here. I think this is a transferring process that is going on. I think this will go on for a while, but this is for the month of July. It may be seen that sometimes things are not moving and you are suffering, but I think here there's a lot of moving because of the knowledge that is apprehended, that is understood. There is a moving on. Even though we are restricted, even though we are restrained, we have our hopes and our aspirations, and the answer will be eventually yes, to move on, to return to certain contracts. The last line is here is a little bit in contrast with the rest. So this is what makes us move on. This is the structure that we are building for the future, and this is what is happening now. So I'm thinking here, this is very good for the future to come. So that's how I see it here for Aries for the month of July 2021. Thank you for watching and tuning in, Aries. Feel free to add any comments or points of view in the bottom. If you feel like subscribing, please do so. Thank you for watching and see you next time.